Well, this is Guns, Knives, and Watches. I'm getting a little tired of the snow. It's really, really getting old. If you're going to have snow, have a lot of snow. We didn't have that much snow. And it's just a pain in the butt. Yeah, there's bars on that window. If you're going to have a window where you don't have any type of other security on it other than electronic, my advice is use bars. It buys you time. Of course, I've been sorting and organizing. I've been using the kind of the natural type disaster type thing where they weren't getting mail, nothing was happening, to actually do work. So I've been organizing climbing gear, that type of stuff, getting it ready for the season. Buckets are a great thing to have around, and these buckets with these Gamma Seal lids on them are handy. Gamma Seal lids are kind of expensive. If I was a person that had a bunch of friends who were involved in, you know, anything where you would use buckets and Gamma Seal lids, I would get a group order together and then buy them from various and sundry reasons. These are MREs. These are the APAC meals. We take these out. I take these out for lunch a lot, this, that, or the other, when I'm out in a situation where I can't get something to eat. My daughter's about ready to go and do some things, so we're getting those out for her. Remember, recycle everything. I say that all the time. You know, reduce, reuse, recycle. I'm not a real good reducer, but I am a good recycler. My brother sent me a turkey or a ham, so we keep the insulation. Some people make koozies out of them for pots and stuff. I don't know what I'm going to use that for. Probably put around a hydrant that's not frost-free or something. And then the actual freezer that it came in, or the cooler that it came in. These 55-gallon drums you can buy from various and sundry people and places and things. And I got some dirt on the outside of that one. I wonder what the hell that is. Where it came from. You can buy them, get them in different you know, flavors. Just make sure they're food grade. You clean them out well. I use hydrogen peroxide and water to clean mine. You get them in two different flavors. Of course, you got the bung, where it just has a bung on it, and then you got the removable lids. The removable lid may or may not have a bung on it. It just depends on where you're getting them from, who you're getting them from. And of course, I got 55 gallons of water there and different stuff stored in these things. We store a lot of our camping gear and that type crap in them. A handy thing to have on a 55-gallon drum, at least one of them, is actually a faucet. I use that all the time, but I use it for actual as a reservoir for my pressure washer when I'm using it in the places where don't have a water spigot. Like out in the field where I'm washing the front of my tractor off and trying to clean out the tractor. A dehumidifier is always great in any type of environment where you have a lot of humidity and you're storing a bunch of crap like this stuff. And it's always recommended to have that. Humidity is really bad for stuff. As I said, buckets are very handy. Buckets are great. If you want to get into a saw, these Baco saws, 30-inch, are pretty useful. I've got two different flavors there because there are two different types of blades. And how well did that work out? I've got a 51 tooth, and that is for cutting dimensional lumber, kennel dried lumber, hard lumber, that type stuff, hardwoods, super hardwoods. And then I've got the 23 that's more for cutting like campfire type stuff, trimming trees, all that junk. But what's this one really good for? It's if you're out and you're building something or doing something and you don't have power, it's just a real quick and easy way. 30-inch, I've basically just standardized around that. Of course, it's got hatchets and axes and all that type stuff. If you're camping much, we use pie irons quite a bit. I'd really recommend them. If you ever have the inkling of getting a Gerber folding shovel, don't. They're heavier than the cold steel and will not do as much work. I was given that one. If you're transporting water that you're going to be drinking, get a hose that is for filtering, transferring potable water. Those other hoses are bacteria-laden messes. Lentils are really good if you're going to store anything. I have lentils and honey and more lentils we eat them constantly. Store what you eat, that type of stuff. Because I've got a toilet right there, so you got that there. Toilet paper and stuff. Pumps are really good for transferring water out of anything, but it's just the way it works. As I said, buckets are great. When you're transferring water or storing water, having a few of these on hand. These are Scepter water cans. These are 5-gallon and 2.5-gallon, or 20-liter and 10-liter. They're just handy. Kids can use these. Of course, I did not have these filled up, all of them filled up, because I use them around the farm. I use them for different types of stuff, and use them like we go in and do a renovation and there's no water. We use them to flush toilets. They're handier than a pocket on a shirt. As I say, a lot of this stuff would look like I am just prepper mania type person, but actually I buy things when they're on sale, and we use all this crap. Don't just store up shit you don't use. It's a waste of money. My daughter's Zooter, she loves that thing. Very expensive scooter, but it really works. Somebody asked me about my backpacks the other day, so I thought I'd throw out a display of them. These are the backpacks I use. Do I use a lot of really high-speed gear? No. Why? Because I'm just old-fashioned and I'm too damn stupid to learn a new process. Going from back to front, we've got a Kelty Red Wing 50. That's a small medium for Mrs. Guns, Knives, Watches. I bought that on sale at Sierra Trading Post with one of my discounts. Bought, I think, for 50 bucks. Unfortunately, I didn't buy mine for 50 bucks. I'm kind of pissed off over that one. I got it at REI. But I at least was able to use my my earnings. Of course, my duplicate map, 3500 pack. And then we've got a Kelty, my Kelty hunting pack. And we've got a Kieferoo MMR. Now, if you don't know how to fit an MMR or do any of that type stuff, because they'll give you a lot of measurements, but they have lightweight stays and heavyweight stays, and this is the heavyweight stay, which is an aluminum stay. And then if you don't really know how your back forms and fits, the aluminum stay is probably the way I would go, because you can bend it and figure out whether you have a curved back or a flat back and all that type of stuff, and you want to go to the lightweight stays. Go to lightweight stays. You can always change them out. That's what I did, because they didn't make the lightweight ones when I bought mine. So I changed it out, and it took off, you know, quite a bit of weight. But you know, anything off those things, because that's a 9-pound pack, something like that, almost 10 pounds maybe. But it will do a lot of work and carry a buttload of gear. And when you're out somewhere doing things where you'll have that pack, that's really a good pack to have. Great suspension system. Of course, I've got 2 Everly stock, or a Burla stocks, man. That's that there, a Burla stock, man. I like giving Glenn a little bit of razzing. But anyway, Glenn Everly has the pack company. Of course, was a biathlon shooter, all that type of crap. So he makes a really good pack for carrying guns. Because he's like in that thing, man. That is a gunslinger in that there Ranger green or military green or whatever the hell they call it. It's a really good color green, and this is a low drag, which is also a gun carrier, man, and in dry earth. Now it has a thinner fabric on it, ripstop, but thinner to Everly stock is not that thin because everything's backed. Now I've got a frame in this one, and whether you need the frame or not, you know, that's up to you. Buy it without the frame, basically, probably, and then just upgrade if you need to, or if you can get a good deal on it. The frame does not actually fit in anywhere, it just fits inside the pack. I use this for carrying very heavy gear. I carry, you know, bullets weigh a lot, things I carry around weigh a lot, so the frame helps me. That frame will work, I think, in either one of those packs. I don't know, I'd only use it in that one. Of course, my Kelty Peregrine, which is a really cool pack. It has a little frame type deal in it.
which is probably about as useless as tits on a boar hog, but it's got really good straps, and that's what I really liked about it, because a frame in reality is designed so that you can use your waist belt and then take the weight off your and transfer the load to your hips and take the weight off your shoulders, but I never used the damn belt. So the frame basically for me is a really good thing just to hold the damn pack up like it is right there. And of course I've got a Kelty 4000 there, and whatever the hell it is, it's a Falcon. Of course that says 2850, but that was there now. They call it the Falcon 4000. I got that Everly stock Gunslinger. Now, this is the original Gunslinger. This is not the Gunslinger 2. The Gunslinger 2 I really like, because it's bigger everywhere, and it will hold a gun with magazines. These, depending on what type of gun you're running in it, if you're running that there DMR, man, designated marksman type rifle, they're really tight. Some guns will fit in it with magazines, some won't. Depends on the magazine actually in the gun. So if you're using it, carrying their 308 battle type rifle, man, who can reach out there, you know, just be careful. Know what the height of your gun, especially if you have scopes on it. You have scopes and magazines. Take that into consideration before purchasing something like that. But that's my high-speed, low-drag gear, boy. It's not really high-speed or low-drag, but it's very durable stuff, and it really works. Anyway, that's about it. Maxpedition, as far as the only things from Maxpedition that I really use, because I think everything they make is way too overbuilt, are these little pouches here that I put on the side of my bags, and I do that on every one that's capable of handling it. And I don't know exactly what size that is, but you can pretty much go through the measurements and figure it out as far as what you can use. And Maxpedition they make good bags. I got those bags a long time ago when they had a buy one get one free type deal. So buy one get one free, and that's pretty much what I get Maxpeditions, all the Maxpedition stuff I use. I don't recommend their stuff because it's way. You think this stuff's heavy and overbuilt? No, that stuff is it's like carrying lead. If you want a really good, and I've got his logo on here because I'm pimping for him. If you want a good that there front magazine type carrier, man. This is one from Haley Strategic. They're pretty expensive. Of course, the harness system unclips, and you can get the different type of attachment systems where it'll attach onto your their plate carrier, man, and do all kinds of shit. But it's actually a good setup. It really is. It's pretty versatile. 2 pistol mags, 4 rifle mags, 2 general type pockets, and then you've got that there expanded barrel type system right there, boy. That's kind of pricey, but it really works. And if your butt's really on the line like that, where you need some gear like that, I'd probably recommend it. Just like I would recommend that Keyfru backpack. If you're carrying more weight than you should be, and you really, especially if you don't want your disc blowing out in your back, it has a great load belt on it where you can transfer actually all that load to your hips, and then you have hip problems later on in life. There ain't no free lunches here, boys. Yeah. Anyway, this is gunskniveswatches. Those are the backpacks I use, and just some basic organization type stuff. Water containers. You know, we keep all our camping gear in those 55-gallon drums. There are some other things that are in them. We use one of them for extra food storage and that type crap. But anyway, buckets are great. Invest a lot of money in buckets. If I was you, buckets are awesome. You use them for everything. Of course, there's some paint containers and all that type crap, and different types of ammo. If you can see, I have a lot of 308, a lot of 40 caliber, and a lot of 300 blackout. 9mm, and got some
9mm there too. But those are pretty much what I've standardized everything down to. We had 9mm, 40 cal, 45, 12 gauge, 308s, and 300 blackout. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's the doomsday prepper. No, that's actually me buying shit by the case because it's cheaper. And the Thrive lentils, man, you just can't get those all the time. And we love lentils. Lentils are the best thing in sliced bread. You can make a really good super meal like really quickly, and the rest of those damn buckets are all fucking empty because there's nothing in them. Because I put the damn tops on them, I'm going, you know, I think I want to put the tops on these, and after I put the tops on them, why am I doing that? They're going to take up a lot more space, and I don't have any use for that right now, just like those right there, but I thought it was a real damn good idea at the time. It really wasn't. Don't do that. If you have the inkling of doing that, don't. Don't put a top on a damn bucket like that until you're ready to use it, because they are a pain in the ass to get off. I mean, a pain in the ass is not even, you'll destroy it. You know, you'll do some damage or something, or it's just way more work than it's worth. So you just got a wild hair. Don't do that. Seriously, don't. Just don't. This is Guns, Knives, and Watches, and have a good one.